Zenkyoto. Beginning in the 1950s, students organized and began to form the New Left Party in opposition to the Japan Communist Party. In 1960, opposition to the Japan-United States Joint Security Treaty provided a focal issue for New Left protests. Although failure to prevent the ratification of this treaty led to the formation of factions within the New Left, they re-emerged in the mid-1960s as a collection of sects united by common causes. In 1965, students began to protest both the peace treaty between Japan and South Korea, as well as the Vietnam War. In 1966, students at Waseda University led a 155-day all-school strike to protest tuition increases, inspiring conflicts at more than 40 other schools. The most widely known tactic of the New Left student protests was the zigzag or snake dancing style of marching and street demonstrations. Another commonly used tactic was the secretly planned occupation of spaces such as Haneda Airport and the Diet Compound. Each sect of student protesters were outfitted with color-coded helmets and wooden fighting poles, used during violent encounters with riot police. In a clash at Haneda Airport in 1967, one Kyoto University student was killed, while 600 others were injured and 75 were arrested. Violence continued to become more severe as the decade wore on. Students even began throwing Molotov cocktails, a homemade incendiary, during demonstrations. In order to prevent sect rivalry and recruit unaffiliated students, students at Nihon University and the University of Tokyo developed a new student organization entitled the All-Campus Joint Struggle Committee, or zenkyoto. Zenkyoto welcomed all students and operated on principles of mass democracy, leading to an increased amount of on-campus protests. This decade of protesting culminated in 1968, when a conflict, beginning as a protest by medical students over working conditions of interns, erupted at University of Tokyo. University officials called in the riot police to remove students occupying the Yasuda Auditorium. However, by October, the Hongo and Komaba campuses were on strike, with students occupying several buildings. In December, the university administration canceled the 1969 entrance examinations. By January of the next year, the riot police had sealed off the Hongo campus and began clearing the occupied building one by one. Students from all over the country formed a supporting protest in the nearby Kanda Jimbocho area, where they fought with the police. After 2 days of fighting, the police finally quelled the student protest. After this conflict and many others like it, the Diet passed a university control law that permitted the Ministry of Education to take control of any school that was unable to end a campus conflict within 6 months. By mid-1970, the wave of student strikes had ended. As the end of the decade approached, violence had isolated the students, taking a severe toll on their futures, and making it clear that their efforts would fail to achieve their goals.